All right, episode number 2, Goop God. We talking about the time I got locked up. So if you saw my first video, you would know that I got shot 5 times in Southeast DC. That's part of the reason why I got locked up. So this what happened. The day that I got shot, I went to the hospital. I had surgery. I had to go through physical therapy. I had to get counseling. So when that process was over, I was back outside. I was living my life. I was outside traveling, going from different states, living life. So one day I was like downtown DC. I was in my car, riding around, just living life. So I got a little tired. I pulled over on the street and I said, I'm gonna take me a 30-minute nap. I was very tired. I've been working, I've been driving. I was very tired. So I set my timer on my phone for 30 minutes. Boom. For some reason, I made a mistake. The timer was not set. So I slept way longer than 30 minutes. So next thing you know, I hear a knock on my window, on my vehicle. So I wake up. I look out. Yeah, it's the police. So I roll the window down. I say, "How you doing, officer?" He say, "We got a call in that somebody was in a car, like overdose or dead or something." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm okay." I pulled over, taking a nap, about to go home soon. He said, "Oh, okay. All right. Let me get your license information." I'm thinking like, why you need my information? But at the time I just woke up, I wasn't fully thinking. So what I do, I give him my license. Everything valid. Give him my license, and he goes to his car. I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm good. I ain't did nothing. I'm in my car asleep, about to go home soon. I'm not doing nothing. He come back. He like, "Mr. Newell, you have a warrant out for your arrest." I'm like, "A warrant for my arrest? For what?" So he was like, "You have an outstanding warrant in the District of Columbia, whatever, whatever." So I'm like, okay, that's crazy, but it's the police. I get out my vehicle, they handcuff me, you know, and next thing you know, I'm in the back of a police car. We headed to, wherever they take you, get to the station. I'm like, what's going on? After a while, they process me, they do what they gotta do, whatever. I'm like, why am I arrested? They was like, you have an arrest warrant for um felon. No, they said I had an assault with a deadly weapon. I was like, assault with a deadly weapon? They're like, yes. I'm like, okay, I want to speak to my lawyer. So I'm in the cell, the holding cell, waiting. My lawyer never came. I had to call my peoples and like, hey, pops, can you call my lawyer? I'm locked up. I don't know why. So they called my lawyer, whatever. He said he'll see me soon. Long story short, I'm locked up. Now I'm inside of a cell. I'm in a jail cell in DC by the courthouse. Man, that cell was horrible. Full of roaches, the sink flooding, the toilet flooding, roaches everywhere. I'm like, wow, it's crazy. They said you go to court either tomorrow or whatever day they said, I'm gonna go to court. I'm like, okay, I'm cool, I ain't tripping. I'm in a cell all night, it's hot, full of roaches, it stink. It's like, it's crazy. So the detective came in the room like that night or the next day. He was like questioning me about the night I got shot. I was like, I don't know. I don't remember. I blacked out. I don't remember. I got shot. I don't remember. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know who shot me. I don't know if I had a gun. I don't remember. I blacked out. I was shot. So he was like, okay, all right. Long story short, I got locked up even longer. They didn't transfer me down to the actual DC jail. They got the holding, then they sent me to the actual DC jail. So before you know, I'm going to DC jail. I'm like, this is crazy. So now I'm in DC jail. I gotta make jail calls to my peoples, trying to talk to my attorney, see when he can come see me, you know, and it's a lot going on. So we talking, whatever. A couple days later, my attorney came to see me. He was like, they trying to charge you with a ADW. That's an assault with a deadly weapon. I'm like, assault with a deadly weapon? He like, yeah. They talking about you on camera, the night you got shot, you had a gun, you shooting back at the people. So I'm like, okay, so that's not self-defense. Somebody shot at me first, tried to rob me. I pulled out my gun and shot back, right? He like, I understand, but you gotta realize the gun that you had was not legally registered in your name. Like my firearm wasn't legal, you know. So it's like, oh, they trying to get me for the gun I've been, legally registered in my name and, the proper protocol to have a firearm. So I'm like, man. So he like, they trying to get you assault with a deadly weapon. I'm like, nah, I'm not taking no ADW. I take the, I had the weapon, but I didn't assault nobody. I was literally defending myself. He was like, all right, so we're gonna try to see what they talk about. So I'm in jail, it's hot, it's horrible, people getting blown up, the COs, they tripping, the food nasty, I can't sleep, I can't eat, I'm doing sit-ups, push-ups, trying to stay focused to my court date. My court date came like maybe 6 or 8 months later. Go to court, boom, get pushed back. Okay, boom. So then my lawyer come back. He like, let's take a plea deal. He was like, I got you a deal. He said the judge or the whatever you call it, the court, they dropped the ADW. They dropped it down to a felon in possession because this is my second gun charge. I had one before when I was a little younger. So they gave me they gave me felon with possession. They was like, we'll give you anywhere from 12 to 28 months. He said that's better than getting an ADW. You get like 5 years or more. So I said, okay, I'll take the cop. I signed the paperwork, and that's what I did. I took the cop for felon with possession. I go to court a couple months later. The judge talking to me, this and that, and my sentence was 14 months. The judge gave me 14 months for my gun. Cool. go back to the jail. So once you get time in DC, they gotta ship you out to the feds. So I'm in there eating my food, working out, getting ready for the feds. They like any day now you could leave. You never know the day. So I'm waiting. So one day they come get me early in the morning. They're like, hey, pack up, time to go. So next thing you know, I'm on a bus going out Philly, from DC to Philly. They send me out Philly to the holding spot. That's not my final destination. That's the holding spot. So I get out Philly. I'm out there for like 2 weeks, waiting until I go to my final location. And I wait, keep doing my workout, push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, whatever. And finally, they say, all right, it's time to go. A couple weeks later, I'm on a bus again. We driving to the airport. So I'm going to the airport. They put you on a plane or a bus, depending where you're going. So all I'm doing is I'm praying, don't send me nowhere far from DC. Don't send me on that plane. That plane go to Kentucky, Oklahoma. I'm not trying to go. So they put me on a bus. I said, thank God. Keep in mind, I don't know where I'm going still. So I'm on a bus going. I asked the bus driver, the police, I'm like, hey, where we going? He like, oh, you going to Cumberland, Maryland. When I heard Cumberland, I was happy. I knew if I'm going to Cumberland, Maryland, I'm going to a camp. Camp is sweet. So 2.5 hours later, we pull up to the camp out Cumberland, and I'm there. They process me, do the paperwork, give me my little outfit, whatever, and boom, now I'm in Cumberland, Maryland. I get there. It's a camp, so it's not like a regular, prison where it's like gates and bars and, it's just open. Like you can walk around, you got way more freedom. You can do what you want, really. I get there and I see the homies. They like, what's up? Where you from? I'm like, I'm from DC, Northeast, whatever, 44th. They give me some clothes. They give me some soap. They give me a little bit of snacks, shower shoes. I'm good to go. They give me I get the top bunk. My lower bunkie was an older guy, so, they gave me the top bunk. I got to climb up. So now I'm in the feds out Cumberland, and I'm just out there, working out every day, reading books, going to the TV room. I never seen a fight. Nobody never got stabbed. Everybody chill. Everybody trying to go home. So, I'm just in there doing what I got to do, counting my days down, and I'm inside the camp, just waiting until I go home. Finally, I did a couple programs, good behavior, and I got time off. They gave me 14 months. I only did 11 months. So after 11 months, my time was gone. I called my peoples. I said, this is my day coming home. And they came and got me. And, I did 11 months at a camp in Cumberland, Maryland. It wasn't bad, I would never want to go there again, but it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't violent. It wasn't crazy. We had freedom. We had TVs, And then my peoples came and got me when my time was over. And then we went home, So that was my experience from the time I got locked up and went to prison. Goop God. I got a new episode coming soon. We dropping every week. So tune in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be safe and stay focused. Goop God.